What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with a weekend reading. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic, so let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, and my website. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. As always, shout out to my notification gang. I would love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first one I see is the first one I read, and the first one I saw was Aries. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Hello, Ram fam. Shout out to the Rams for tuning on in. And hello, everybody. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Tracy? How are you? What's going on, guys? Hey, Zephyro. What's happening, JJ? What's going on, Crystal? How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's going on? I do want to mention, guys, if you still want to get a personal reading with me, they're available this week. So definitely feel free to check out my website. First link in the description below. All right, everybody, let's jump on into it. We're going to hop on into the Ram fam here first and foremost for the weekend read. So let's see what we got going on here for Aries. Happy Friday to all of you. And let's see what's up. What do we got going on here for Aries, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Aries, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a couple more shuffles over here, and we'll see what we got going on for you, okay? Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Starting out with the overall energy for your weekend, we do have here the Temperance. So you could be connecting with a Sagittarius possibly. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Emperor. Looking at what it is you're dealing with this weekend, we have here the Seven of Cups. And then looking at the outcome for your weekend, guys, what do we got? We got here the Four of Cups showing up here as well. You know what it kind of feels like, Aries? It kind of feels like this is the weekend where everybody wants to hang out with you, and you're kind of in that space where it's like, I'd rather kind of just hang out with my dog and like pizza and wine. You know what I mean? It's more of like a weekend of like, I'd rather chill with myself. So I kind of get that feeling this weekend is going to be one of those weekends where everybody wants you. Seven of Cups, okay? Everyone says, let's go here, let's go there. This person texts you, that person texts you. And looking at your overall energy, Temperance, you know, you're in a good space. You're in a positive energy, a positive vibe. Looking at your current energy, the Emperor, you know, you're in a positive vibe, but you're also in a boss energy too. You know what I get the sense here right now, Aries? I feel like responsibilities are what you are prioritizing. And if it's not a responsibility, it's just maybe you're prioritizing alone time. Okay, so it can kind of be like one or two things. Like you could be prioritizing alone time right now, or you could be prioritizing some sense or some sort of responsibility because that is what needs to be your main focus. And then suddenly when you're busy, that's when everybody wants to be available. Now that happens to me all the time too, which is a little frustrating. So I get it, because it's like every time I'm free, no one's free. Okay, and that's a rarity when I'm free. And then when I'm busy, like all the time, everyone's like, hey, you want to do this, you want to do that? I'm like, no, I got priorities, man. Okay, so kind of feeling that vibe here for you. Looking at the outcome, Four of Cups, it's like, okay, sorry, got to go ahead and deny the request here to hang out or to do other things with people, because I feel like you're on top of your shit here moving into the weekend. So for some Aries, like I said, definitely could be responsibilities. If it's not responsibilities, it could be self-care, or it could definitely be that energy, you know, once again, of just saying, I need to stay on top of something, you know? So there's something here, maybe it's about prioritizing, like taking care of yourself or just being on your own, whatever the case may be. So that's what I see showing up here for you at this moment in time. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I do see Aries here saying, listen, something else has the priority right now. Even if other people may want my attention, you know, I'm kind of just doing my thing this weekend, okay? All right, guys, Aries is going to be on Do Not Disturb because you're locking in on whatever it is you got to take care of. Let's keep it popping and pushing and moving forward. Thank you, though, Aries, for tuning in. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but shout out to my Ram fam. So we start out here with fire today. We're going to go ahead and do fire, earth, water, and air. So we'll get into that in just a sec. Let me close my annoying pop-ups that keep popping up every time I go live. There we go. Let me shut these pop-ups real quick. And then we'll get on into the rest of it. So what did I say? We said fire. So we said fire, earth, water, air. Jumping into the earth signs. Let's see what we want for Earth today. Earth, let's take a look here at Virgo. I want to see what's going on here for the Virgo gang. What's happening, baby? Messages here for Team Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? Interesting energy that I feel. Can't quite put a finger on it just yet, but it's like I'm almost like I'm hearing in my head, like, why am I not surprised? But at the same time for you, Virgo, I feel an energy that's like not shocked, but at the same time, yet still appalled. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not shocked, but I'm still appalled. Interesting. We'll see what that's about, maybe. All right, taking a look here at the overall energy for your weekend. Empress. A Virgo who knows their worth, their value, their importance, their significance. You know who you are, and you hold yourself to a high regard. I like that start. That's very good. Having a look at the current energy. Knight of Swords reversed. Choosing to not talk to somebody. No communication, so contact is cut. Looking at what you're dealing with, Strength in reverse, somebody here who doesn't know how to contain themselves. When they're in low vibration, it's diarrhea of the mouth. Been there. Yeah, it's connecting with a person who does not know how to control themselves, especially when they're vibing low. Anything comes out of their mouth. They don't even mean half of what they say. But anything comes out, and no boundary is reinforced with this person. There's no boundary they'll overstep when they're in low vibration. So you're connecting with somebody here that you're like, I don't want to talk to you because of what comes out of your mouth, especially in terms of communication. Now, this could be somebody who's bad in terms of like how they speak and behave when they're under the influence. So you might be dealing with somebody who you don't want to be around anymore, especially with like when they drink, they can just turn into like this really sloppy person. Or it could kind of be the energy of like somebody in general who just, whenever they're kind of in a bad space, like they don't know how to process their emotions. So they instantly go to damage others. You know, if you've heard that famous saying of like hurt people, like this is textbook definition of that. So this is somebody who's kind of in a space right now where they're hurt, and because they're hurt, it doesn't matter. They don't really think about other people's feelings. They'll go and they'll attack. So you're not communicating to this person right now this weekend. That's been pretty clear. You know, taking a look at the outcome for you, 8 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you're not very motivated either to kind of work on the relationship with whoever this person may be. I feel like I'm reading for one of the housewives. You guys know the shows, right? Like Real Housewives of New Jersey or some shit like that. I don't know why. Like I just saw like drama TV. Maybe something's going on in one of the Virgos' lives over there on the reality shows. But yeah, it's like someone doesn't know how to control themselves in the way that they speak, and they don't know how to like handle or process their feelings and emotions. They kind of just go for the throat every time. And looking at the outcome, 8 of Pence reverse, it's like, why the hell would I want to work on this with you? Why would I want to work it with you if you don't know how to process yourself emotionally? So somebody here, I feel they just don't know how to take care of their emotions and their feelings. And you're kind of at that point, Virgo, where it's like, you're mature enough where you should know how to do that. And I think that you have tried to give this person as much guidance as you could. I definitely get that sense that you've tried to give this person enough guidance as you could, but at the same time, how much guidance can you give somebody until they're actually going to decide to take it? It's like you can give a man a fish, but all that's going to do is feed him a night. And if you teach a man a fish, he'll be fed forever. So it's kind of like you did that task. You tried to teach the person to fish, but for some reason, they might have the reel in their hand, but they're not casting the line. You get what I'm saying, Virgo? So I feel like moving into your weekend here, it's kind of like I feel like I've done what I could, but I'm not going to continue to be disrespected by somebody who's not trying to change their ways. And I don't want to be around such a reactive energy because it's just genuinely not healthy for me at this time. Okay, so pretty interesting reading. Take that, of course, if it resonates. If it's not your story, no worries. Like I said, this is some Real Housewives shit going on here. But of course, if it's your life, it's your life, right? If it resonates, totally understand where you're coming from, because unfortunately, people can be like this, and it sucks because like you kind of want to help those people when they don't know how to process their feelings and emotions. But at the same time, people have to remember they are accountable for their actions, and they're also accountable for their change. If they're not willing to change, then they're going to push people away based on their behavior alone. You know, so there's not much you can do there, you know, and I think you're doing what you need to do to protect your energy. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Interesting read though, for sure. So we did our earth. We also did our fire. We're going to hop on into the water now. So let's have a look here and see what's going on here for the Cancer. Let's see what's happening, baby. By the way, Lila, hello. You said hi, Aunt, and hello, everybody. Hope everybody is well and having a wonderful, blessed day. You too. Thank you, Lila. Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. And Julia, by the way, hi. I didn't say hi earlier. Hello. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Happy birthday, by the way, to Darla. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Darla in the chat. Happy birthday to you, my dear. Hope you're having a great day. All right, guys, let's hop on into Cancer and let's see what's going on with you, baby. What's going to be going on here for Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information's showing up here, please, for the Crab Gang? What do we got going on for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Or sorry, 72 hours. What do we got going on? Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Hierophant. So you could be connecting with a Taurus, possibly. Having a look at your current energy, we got the Ace of Wands. What it is you're dealing with, we got the Nine of Pentacles. And then looking at the outcome for Cancer, we do have here the Six of Pentacles in the upright position. So Cancerian, let's talk about it. Not necessarily anything negative for sure. I think that this is pretty positive energy, actually. So we got the Hierophant here, we got the Ace of Wands here. You're very committed to a vision, and I think that this is the time where you're recognizing that, excuse me, I'm not letting go of this vision. It doesn't matter how rough it's been, I'm standing tall and standing confident in what I'm going to do. And I love it for you, Cancer, because I think that sometimes life can really take a piss on you. Sorry to be blunt and vague, or not vague, but blunt and vulgar, if you will. But life can pee on you sometimes, and it can be rough, and it's not a fun time when it happens. But I think that having resilience, and I think that people don't give Cancers enough credit for the resilience we have, because we have a lot of fucking resilience, okay? Now, people can mistake that resilience and be like, Cancers are fucking stubborn, okay? Listen, everybody can be stubborn. I know I could be a stubborn fuck too, okay? But at the same time, there is that difference between resilience and stubbornness, and I feel like in this particular situation, it is resilience, if you will. So Cancer, you keep going for what you want. And you have a vision here. You're committed to the vision. Hierophant here to the Ace of Wands. That vision is not dissipating. It's not disappearing. It's not going away anytime soon. Looking at what you're dealing with here, we do have here the Nine of Pentacles, energy of confidence. You know, a person who's confident in themselves, you know, they can achieve way more than people even think. A person who believes in themselves, now that's a person who will achieve, okay? Looking at the outcome, Six of Pentacles, I think that this weekend, it's going to be a pretty eye-opening experience for you because you're going to start to see the coins start to rack up for you. What do I mean by that? Well, Six of Pentacles means equal give and take. So the work that you're putting in is what you're getting back, right, Cancer? So I feel like this weekend, you're starting to see things align, especially with what you've been fighting for resiliently, okay? So whatever vision you've been committed to, whatever vision you've been working towards, you're going to start seeing the hard work pay off. And I'm happy for Cancer, honestly, because I know that sometimes it can take a while to see the hard work come in, but nonetheless, progress is progress. Whether it's small, whether it's huge, whether it's medium, progress is still progress, and it's something to be proud of. So I'm proud of you, right? And this can be in any area of your life. Maybe you've had a goal recently for a body transformation. Maybe you've had a goal for work and your business. Maybe you've had a goal for your friendships or just for yourself. Maybe it's a mental goal that you've been focusing on to improve your mindset day in and day out, but you're seeing results here. And that's the most important part because it gives you even more motivation to keep on going. So Cancer's very committed to the vision this weekend. And I think you're about to see a little bit of the fruits of your labor. You're going to see some of the hard work here paying off. And you're like, oh, wait, things are happening. Things are moving. So with that being said, kind of gives you more motivation to keep going, right? Yeah, cool. I like it, Cancer. Not a bad read at all. Really, really good stuff here. Keep on going, guys, okay? Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Cancer, let people sit there and call you stubborn. But you know what? At the end of the day, you'll be laughing at them when your resilience is paid off, okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire. We also did our earth. We did our water. We're going to hop on into the air signs in just a sec. By the way, Fawn, how's it going? And how's it going, Anna Marie? How are you? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys have been doing well. But yeah, really cool message coming out here for the Cancerians. I do like it indeed. How's everybody doing, guys? I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday, everybody. Moving in on into the weekend. Hopefully you guys are excited for the weekend too and have yourself some weekend plans. I think I'm going to do something special for myself this weekend. I don't know what that is yet, but I do want to do something fun. I'm not sure yet. Thinking though, I'm thinking. I feel like for the past couple weekends, haven't done much. I need to do something this weekend. I don't know what it is, but we're going to figure it out for sure. We're going to figure it out for sure. All right, guys. So moving in now into our air signs. Ba-bum-bum. Let's have a look here at the Libra. What's going on for Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? What's going to be popping here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. I'm doing good. Also, you could just say Anna for my name. I know it's a mouthful. Oh, I mean, it doesn't bother me personally. I'm just so used to calling you Anna Marie at that point. But I mean, it's easy for me, so no worries. But, you know, I guess that's another option I have, right? What do we got going on here for Team Libra, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's going on for your weekend? One more shuffle. And we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Libra, overall energy for you, 3 of Pentacles. Hello. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you could be buying a car this weekend, signing a lease on an apartment, maybe getting a mortgage. Ooh, congratulations if any of those things are in order for Libra. But I do see that there could be the signing of some kind of contract, or there could be the energy here of something working out for you. Okay, having a look at the current energy, 5 of Pentacles. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, 10 of Wands. Oh boy, looking at the outcome, Queen of Pentacles. Good. I like seeing that queen come out here for the outcome. So Libra, I think that it's like things are working out, but they're working out after they haven't been. So it's nice to see a change of pace, right? Because looking at what you're dealing with, 10 of Wands, looking at your current energy, we have here 5 of Pentacles. And with the outcome being the Queen of Pentacles, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that you've kind of like chosen yourself, ideally. Because sometimes when we're constantly choosing everything over ourselves, have you ever noticed that like life just doesn't really work out that well? It's like when we're choosing other people, when we're choosing the feelings of other people over our feelings, when we're choosing the happiness of others over our happiness. Like, don't we ever kind of notice that inevitably it comes to a point where it's like, I'm not really happy because I'm giving and giving and giving. And usually at that point when you're giving so much, you're also not really receiving much back. So I get the sense for you, Libra, it's like you've been a big giver. And it's caused a lot of issues. And you've realized I need boundaries in how much I give, especially if I'm not receiving back the amount that I need. But most importantly, I need to start giving back to myself. And giving back to yourself has proved to be very good because now 3 of Pentacles, it's like things are getting moving in your life. So I feel like you've refocused. Okay. If you've been focused on other people a lot, you're refocusing, regrouping, and focusing on yourself. And it's going to start paying off for you now that you're putting the energy into yourself and you're filling your own cup. Okay, so I like that. I think that this weekend is a start to kind of regrouping and refocusing and recentering yourself and really getting clear on what your intention is, what your goal is, and what you're working towards. You know, you might have found yourself kind of in this place of limbo. It happens a lot, usually when we're focused a lot on other people and other things in life. Like whenever we're focused, like really, really hard focus and tunnel visioned on anything external, we lose what our focus is and what our goals are and what we want to work towards. So it's nice to see that now you're centered and you know what you want to work towards and what you want to start building. And it gives you that sense of optimism again. And it gives you that sense of excitement to be working on something for you. So I see that happening here for you guys moving into your weekend. Putting the focus back on yourself, but having something to work towards as well, which I do think is genuinely good. Okay, so cool. I like it. Recentering, refocused, working on yourself, and it feels good this time around for sure. Yeah, been there before, guys, for sure. Like I've spent a good majority of my life being very focused on other people, other people's happiness, other people's goals, aspirations, whatever. You know, I've done that a lot. And until I filled my own cup, that's when my life changed. You know, once I filled my own cup, my life changed. Okay. That's when I started having things go for me because I was working on me. You know, every time I was working on other people, they were getting the success. I was getting drained in the process. So it's okay to, you know, work with other people and to fulfill other people, but you also, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? That's what it comes down to, you know? All right, Libra, cool. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Diona, thank you so much for becoming a member or renewing your membership. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our first batch of zodiac signs here for today's daily reading. We're now going to go ahead and hop on in to our next batch now. So going back on into the fire signs, let's go ahead and have a look here at the Sagittarian gang. What do we got going on here for the Saggy, baby? Messages here for Team Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? What information is going to be rolling up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Sag? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Real quick, Sagittarius, you did have an Ace of Pentacles pop up. So Ace of Pentacles is the card of an opportunity or a window of opportunity. I do feel like if an opportunity presents itself to you this weekend, seize it, okay? Don't let an opportunity pass you by. It might be something really worth your while. So, Sagittarius, if something just shows up, maybe give it a go, okay? Maybe somebody invites you to something you wouldn't normally do, something that's out of your comfort zone. Maybe give it a shot. You might actually really like it. You know, somebody's like, hey, you want to go jet ski? And you're like, never done that before. I don't know, but fuck it. Let's see what happens. You're going to have a really good time. You know what I mean? So just throwing that out there for you. But I don't think there's any Sagittarian that would turn down like a jet ski ride because like every Sag I've ever known loves anything with a thrill. You know what I mean? So seems fun. You know, you'll probably take the opportunity. Fawn, thank you for being a member for over 18 months. Appreciate that. You said, oh my God, boundaries, my energy all the way. Love it for you. Thank you for being a member for so long. Really appreciate it, Fawn. All right, Sagittarius, getting on into your official reading this weekend. Let's see what's up. Overall energy for you is going to be the Page of Cups in reverse. You might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Current energy is going to be the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, looking at what you're dealing with. Two of Cups reversed, looking at the outcome for you. Oh boy, Temperance reversed as well. Yeah, this is a weekend that I think you got to get out and have some fun. I think that this is a weekend where you got to fill your cup because whatever has been going on, Sag, you've been feeling pretty disconnected emotionally lately. And I think that honestly, some social settings and being around some people with good ass vibes, maybe a shot or two of some alcohol could be a good time. You feel what I'm saying? So I do feel for some Sages, it might have been a little bit of a rough week. And if that was the case for you, you deserve to let loose and enjoy yourself this weekend. Okay. That's what I'm seeing here so far for Sag, because Page of Cups reversed. It's like my cup isn't full right now. I don't have a lot of energy. Wheel of Fortune reversed. I'm not feeling very connected right now with the Two of Cups in my life. You know, I'm in a space where it feels like I'm running in the same old negative cycle. And then Temperance reversed. Emotionally, I'm just not feeling like much. I definitely feel like my emotions are everywhere. So could have been a very big up and down kind of week, okay? For some of you guys. And if that's been the case, I'm sorry to hear that. But this weekend is about turning that frown upside down. It's about turning that Wheel of Fortune into the Wheel of Fortune upright, okay? Let's get some fortunate times coming on in here for you. So Sag, I think that if you've had a pretty interesting week, it's the time to let loose this weekend and fucking enjoy yourself. I think sometimes we get so caught up in the Wheel of Fortune reverse energy, the wheel of negativity, if you will. We get caught up in that energy a lot. And it's hard to break free from. You know, when we're really stressed out, is it easier to be more stressed out, guys? Or is it easier to be, you know, not so stressed and more peaceful? You know, what I would say is to be honest, the more stressed out you are, it's probably easier to get more stressed because you're stressed, you know, than to be in a more calm and peaceful environment. So I feel like this weekend, it's about having to say, listen, fuck this cycle. I've been in a interesting mood all week. I've been in a detached energy all week. I've been feeling blah and meh. You know what I say to this? Fuck this cycle. I'm letting it go. Even if it's just for today, even if it's just for the weekend, I'm letting it go. Sometimes we got to put our feelings and our emotions and our crazy world on pause. Now, I'm the number one person who's always going to tell you that you should be very aware of your emotions, process your emotions, feel them out. I'm always going to tell you that. But I think sometimes we deserve to put our life on pause and just escape the matrix for a second and just let loose and enjoy yourself. Sometimes it's way too much. Sometimes we're way too stressed. Sometimes we got way too many problems and we need to hit the pause button and just do something fun, do something out of our element, forget about our lives for a second and just be a human having a human experience. You got me? So with that being said, that would be my advice for you this weekend, Sag. On Monday, deal with your shit. Come Monday, deal with what you got to deal with. But this weekend, fucking enjoy yourself. All right? Detach from the matrix for a second and just get to be a human being a human. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Because it's like that sometimes. You know, sometimes in life, we really got to take a break from our lives, man. We got to take a break from the bullshit we're dealing with, you know? It's okay to take a break. It's not okay to run away. It's not going to help you in any sort of way. But to take a tiny break and come back when you feel refreshed and refocused, that's a good way to go about it, all right? All right, though, Sag, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our beautiful fire. We're now going to hop on into the earth signs in just a sec. And yeah, just like Julia said, carpe diem, Sag, literally. Enjoy yourself this weekend. Maybe that's a collective message too, because I definitely have seen a lot of stress in the collective as well. You know, a lot of people have been going through it. There's a lot going on in the world right now. The world has not been the same place since like 2020, probably even 2019. Okay? 2020, pandemic, we had that. That was nuts. But even before then, it's like, you know, the last time the world really felt like the world was like 2016. If you really think about it, like 2016, everything felt normal. Nothing feels normal anymore. Everything is just wild these days. So I think sometimes even on a human level, we all just got to fucking say, you know what? Pause on the fucking life and just enjoy ourselves, you know? Not everything always has to be that serious. Just saying. Just saying. Been there too many times, man. Been there stressing over crazy shit. And it's just like, man, this isn't helping, you know? So if you ever find yourself like in a place where you're so stressed and just so like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Just know that more stress being added to it's not going to help. Not going to help at all. What is going to help though is taking a break. Right? For sure, for sure. Zephyr said, I'm staying in the upper realms until the retrograde is over. 2016 is when the star charts changed too. Clown said my mind thought of Aquas being the vape sign when I read Mist, and I'm not against the idea. Oh man. Amy Nice said maybe CERN blew us up and we're living in a simulation. There's a lot of interesting theories. You know, I think that in terms of the Matrix, if you will, I don't think we're in a video game, guys, or a simulation. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't think when I die, I'm going to wake up and be like, holy fuck, I was in a game. You know, I don't think so. But I think that the way to kind of identify the Matrix is kind of just the bullshit that keeps you trapped. You know, I think that that's a more practical way to look at it, you know, instead of an esoteric way, which I believe in a lot of esoteric stuff. But I think the Matrix is more of like the shit that, because there are people in this world, whether you want to call them reptilian, whatever the word is, and say that they're not from here. Maybe they're not. But there are people in very higher up positions, honestly, most people in higher up positions that are corrupt, that want to divide the people, control the masses. And there's a lot of things we do on a daily basis that are controlling us and keeping us in a cage. To me, that's the Matrix. Right? The things that are keeping us controlled and trapped, that's the Matrix. That's the bullshit stuff. That's the stuff you want to escape. So I don't think it's about necessarily, you know, escaping a simulation. It's more about escaping what keeps you fucking trapped. You know? But regardless, guys, moving on forward for you, we did our fire, hopping back on into our earth sign. Let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. What's going on with you, baby? Message is here for Team Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Amy, by the way, I know you were joking. Don't worry about it. I was just making a point, though, because you do see a lot of interesting like takes on, you know, the Matrix and the world and the simulations and things of that nature, and I find it fascinating. So that was just kind of my take on it. All right, what do we got going on here, though, for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my beautiful bull gang, we're going to get, and sorry, 72 hours, not 24 hours. We're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here for you. Hopefully all is well. Taurus, overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Pentacles this weekend. Having a look at your current energy, we do have here the Tower, okay? What it is you're dealing with, the Chariot, and then looking at the outcome for Taurus is going to go ahead and be the Ace of Swords. All right, interesting energy showing up here for you this weekend. As far as what I'm seeing for Team Taurus, let's talk about it. We do have here the Queen of Pents all the way to the Tower. So Queen of Pentacles is a card here that is about taking a look at your value and pretty much prioritizing yourself first, if you will. So I do see Taurians here putting themselves in basically a place of priority, looking at your current energy, the Tower. So I think what you're prioritizing right now is some sort of foundation in your life that needs to be rebuilt. Now, this could be about needing to rebuild yourself. Maybe you could be going through a moment where you're kind of like shifting your identity, Taurus. Sometimes our identity can shatter. Right? We can get into spaces where we're like, I'm not really happy with this version of who I am. So if I want to become my greatest version, I do have to detach from who I am now and shift into who I want to be. So I do think for some of you, there could be an identity shift going on this weekend where it's like, you're really focusing on who you want to become going forward into the future. Now, if it's not about that, Taurus, there could just be something in general that needs to change and you're being aware of it, because the Tower card is also like an awakening, you know, a massive moment of awareness, a massive realization. So I do think for some Taurians as well this weekend, you're really starting to see like what needs to change, what I need to change in my life, what needs to be switched up. And you're getting to work here with that Chariot card, looking at what you're dealing with. The Chariot, you know, you're pre-planning your path and your future. So it looks to me like you're getting ready here to change some stuff. And looking at the outcome, Ace of Swords, I think it's because you took a pretty good hard look at your life. Ace of Swords is about like looking at your life and your situation with complete and brutal honesty. It's about viewing what's happening here and being as honest as you can with yourself. So I think that Taurians this weekend are going to kind of look at themselves or look at their lives and be like, all right, these are some things that need to change. Let's work on it. Maybe these are some things that need to be broken away. Let's break away from them. And whatever it is you got to work on, it seems like you're focused and you're ready to get to work here overall. And I like that for you. So cool. Very nice, Taurus. Yeah. And you know, having check-ins with yourself and being analytical of what's going on in your life and being being aware is a massive and major help. You know, sometimes we can live our lives on autopilot, and if we're always living our lives on autopilot, what ends up happening is we're not seeing the things that are working against us, the forces working against us. We're only seeing the forces that might be going great, but we're not seeing what might be stopping us from even more greatness in our tracks, you know? So it's good to check in with yourself and be honest, and I like that for you, you know? You're figuring things out, cutting out what needs to be removed and changing what needs to be changed, and, you know, really focusing on more so merging into what's going to be your greatest version here going forward. Nice, Taurus. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Not a bad reading at all, guys. I'm actually really enjoying here the readings we're seeing today. Pretty good stuff moving on into our weekend, okay? All right, guys. So we finished up our lovely and amazing Earth. So we did our fire, our Earth, jumping into the water. Let's have a look here at the Pisces. What's going on here for the fish? Messages here for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? By the way, for the 185 peeps in the chat, if you guys could drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Thank you also so much for tuning in. All right, Team Pisces, one more shuffle on the board here for you. And we'll see what's up. Taking a look here at the overall energy for you, we do have here the Two of Wands. Having a look here at your current energy, we have here the Ace of Wands in reverse. What it is you're dealing with, we got the Ten of Pentacles. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the World card. Okay. So you could be dealing possibly with a fixed zodiac too, like an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. So Pisces, so far, Two of Wands here, Ace of Wands reversed. I think you've been thinking about a choice because Two of Wands is kind of conflict. So you've been thinking about what would be the best approach, but I think you're turning something down overall because Ace of Wands reverse is like, maybe that's not the path that I want to go ahead and take, right? So you were looking at something, you were indecisive for a little bit, but you're figuring out whatever this is, it's not the path for me. Looking at what you're dealing with, Ten of Pentacles, it's kind of the realization of like you're happy where you already are and you don't really feel like you need much growth or expansion here at this time either. Looking at the outcome, the World card, it's like my world right now is exactly what I need it to be. So I don't really feel like I need to expand or anything of that nature. I'm kind of comfortable like exactly where I'm at, right? So Pisces, I think that's kind of a realization you're having this weekend. Maybe this was the energy of you're a single Piscean. Maybe you were kind of open to the idea of maybe dating somebody, but then you kind of realized maybe that's not what I want right now. So I'm just going to keep being single and enjoy myself and be around people that are healthy and stable. And then when I really feel ready, I'll go for it. You know, maybe this is the energy of you were possibly thinking about switching jobs, but you recognize, you know, I actually do enjoy a lot of my time here. You know, maybe you got offered a position more so. It wasn't about you quitting, but like maybe a different job offered you a position. You thought about it and then you realized it probably won't be the best for my future. So I'm going to stay where I'm at, you know? So I do see Pisceans here kind of not taking a choice or an opportunity. You want to stay where you're at instead because it's comfy and it's good right now. You know, it's not much you can complain with. So you'd rather stay where you feel good here at this time. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, Pisces, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Thank you guys though for tuning in. Of course, do take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. Okay. All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. So we finished up our water. We also did our fire and we did our earth so far. Now hopping on into our air signs, let's go ahead and have a look here at the Gemini gang. What do we got going on here for Team Gemini, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? Let's go ahead and take a look. You did have two flippers come out. We got here the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So with these two flip cards, kind of feels like right now it's being committed to something, but is it really working and is it worth the commitment, gems? Is being committed to something that isn't really working worth the commitment? Commitments are interesting because it's like we make promises, but nobody can ever really keep them, can they? Anything can change. You know what I mean? We always hear that saying, we can't keep promises, or we can't, you know, basically promise things we can't keep. But it's like, can we ever keep a promise truly? I think maybe in certain retrospects we can. But I think in a lot of situations, there's a lot of things that are out of our control to the point where we can't promise these things. So I get the feeling here, Gemini, of like, how can I be faithful to a situation or person. If inevitably things have changed and I'm no longer wanting to be faithful to something that's different, yeah, that could be a commitment, like a relationship. Maybe it's like, how can I want to be with somebody or promise to be with them if I'm not happy with who they are now? Then you wouldn't want to be with them anymore, right? So then the promise isn't the same. So it's a really interesting message showing up here. And by the way, I'm not insinuating cheating or anything inherently negative, so don't think that, guys. But what I am insinuating is that people change, scenarios change. Nothing is ever necessarily guaranteed to remain the same. Things are always going to change. So we can't rely too much on things staying the same forever. I think that that's kind of the way to look at it at this moment in time. Okay, let's hop on into your official read. All right, so what do we got? Julia said, my dad has a saying. It says, a promise is only to the dead. That reminds me of a saying that my mom always says too. She was like, you shouldn't be afraid of the dead. You should fear the living, especially back in the day when we were younger and growing up in my house, which was relatively filled with a lot of spiritual energy. My mom always used to say, like, don't be afraid of the spirits, and things of that nature. Be afraid of the living, because those are the people that can do things, right? Interesting sayings, though. Either way, though, gems, let's talk about it, guys. Let's start out here with your overall energy, King of Wands. Okay. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. Having a look at your current energy, Nine of Swords in reverse. Looking at what it is you're dealing with. We got the Page of Cups. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to go ahead and be the Empress in reverse. So Gemini, rolling on into your weekend, guys. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, so Nine of Swords in reverse here. Good start. I like that. Overall energy, though, King of Wands showing up here. So kind of gives me the feeling here, gems, that right now you're not so focused on anything bad. It seems like you're kind of enjoying yourself this weekend. It looks relatively good and positive, but looking at what it is you're dealing with, Page of Cups, someone here is like coming into the party, and it feels like once, you ever get that feeling where somebody comes in and they don't try to crash the party, but like, unfortunately, it ends up happening. It's like somebody like comes to a party uninvited, and then you're like, oh, and then like the vibes feel weird. That's kind of the vibe I'm feeling for you this weekend, Gemini, because looking at the outcome, Empress in reverse, it's weird. I get this feeling like you're kind of out doing your own thing, then somebody kind of talks to you, communicates with you, and you're like, wait, that just doesn't feel the same. So let's say, for example, maybe you and a friend stop talking for a little bit. It wasn't like you plan to stop talking, but then suddenly they like hit you up and like they come out and like you get together and you're like, wait, this feels different. Something feels different about somebody. That's what I want to throw out here for you. And it feels like at the same time, nothing's changed, but at the same time, so has everything. And how do I, as a reader, describe that feeling? Just saying, Gemini, how do I describe that feeling, right? I don't know if it resonates to you, right? But it's like, it feels like nothing's changed, but so much has changed as well. So you feel like you're in a weird spot with someone, and it's like, I just don't know what to do. So Page of Cups, they come around, but Empress reverse, it's like, I don't know how to grow past this weird, awkward feeling. So something is unfolding and changing right before your very eyes. And as we did see in the pre-shuffle, right, the two cards that came out, those two cards were talking about the fact that you can't or don't feel like something's working out anymore. So how could you be committed to something that seems like it's changed? That was pretty much the whole concept of the reading. And that's what the reading is still saying here right now. It's like, how could I still want to be involved with someone or something that seems like it's not the same? So you're kind of in a space where you don't know how to feel about somebody. What my advice would be in this kind of situation would be that if there's something still there, explore it. Gemini, if something's still there with someone, even if it's a bit awkward, explore it. You might move past this a lot quicker than you think, right? Face it, jump in, see what happens. But what I will say is that if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel organic, and you've given it a good amount of time, a good amount of time, and this is something that's changed, maybe it's your relationship, maybe it's your work, whatever the case may be, then maybe consider taking the option of like, okay, let's try something new. But I feel for gems here, I wouldn't just cast aside someone that you have a connection with, even if things feel a little awkward or weird. Maybe try being open about it and having a conversation about it, So whatever happens, happens, but still remain giving this a chance. Give it a real good chance. If it's just not connected to you anymore, if you're not feeling this anymore, then take that route of moving forward. But I wouldn't give up necessarily just yet, because do keep in mind, we just entered Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde can bring up some weird vibes and a lot of miscommunication between people, especially between people in your life. So keep that in mind. Give it some time and see what happens, okay? All right, gems. Take it if it resonates. I'm sorry, that reading was kind of everywhere, so it might have made no sense at all. That reading was kind of up, down, and all around town. So if it somehow applied to you, cool. If it's not your story, don't worry about it, guys, okay? All right, though, gems, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our second batch of zodiac signs here for the weekend read. I'm going to go ahead real quick, guys, and just take a really short break. Just want to get some coffee in me real fast, and then I'll get on into the final 4 signs for the weekend read. But everybody, hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. Very chillaxed kind of vibe today. Hope you guys are feeling relaxed and good, too. I do want to say, though, for the 214 viewers here, if you guys could drop a like, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out and tuning in today. Hope you all are having fun, okay? But give me about a minute or two, guys. I'll be right back. Go ahead and grab a snack if you need to, and then we'll go ahead and finish up the rest of the signs. Thank you guys for your patience, and I will be right back.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. Fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you all so much for your patience. Really, really appreciate it. By the way, Aisha, hello. You said I was a little late, but I'm enjoying the readings today, like I do whenever I tune in. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. Aisha, how are you? I hope everything's going great, guys. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning out. Vanilla Capricorn said, I'm blessed that I don't have a cheesecake factory near me. I don't think I'm caught up on the conversation, but like, it's odd for me because I have a cheesecake factory near me, just a random thing to talk about, but they're so hit or miss sometimes. I've been to like a cheesecake factory in the city, amazing, but the one that's near me, so hit or miss. But you know what is great though, guys? If you have a yard house near you, go to a yard house. They got some good food over there for sure. All right. Nonetheless, everybody, welcome on back. Thank you guys for patiently waiting. Really appreciate it. And let's hop on into it. Going back into our fire, we're going to have a look here at the Lions and see what's popping in for Leo. By the way, Leslie, thank you so much for the $3. Really appreciate that. Just a wee thank you. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, my love. Okay. All right, guys. So what do we got going on here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on with you, baby? Leo, overall energy here for you is going to be the moon in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a Pisces for a few of you, having a look at your current energy, Empress in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the Nine of Swords in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to go ahead and be the Four of Wands in the reverse position. So as far as what I do see for Leos here, couple signs you could be dealing with. You might be dealing with a Pisces. You could be connecting with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You also might be dealing with a fire sign overall. I want to say here with the moon reverse to the Empress reverse, there's a certain sense of feeling like you haven't grown, but I don't think that you're seeing the growth that you have. My idea that I always try to preach to people is that growth is not something that we can necessarily, I think a lot of people like to look at growth in the way of like it has to be big to mean something, and they don't look at small and steady steps that are still actually victories. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, small growth is still growth. Growth is growth regardless. It doesn't matter if it's massive, if it's tiny, if it's in the middle, growth is growth. And I think that we as humans have been very trained to be super hard on ourselves and to need to achieve. And if we didn't achieve the biggest and most greatest accomplishment ever, we suck, which isn't fucking true. You know what I mean? It's a fucking achievement being here today, being alive. It's an achievement getting out of fucking bed, looking at the sun. It's an achievement driving your ass to go get some coffee. Okay? Small steps and small victories create big wins. Say it with me. Small steps and small victories create big wins. They do. They really fucking do. And I think that sometimes, you know, whenever you're in this energy of, I just don't feel like I'm growing, it's like, you're growing every day, dude. I want to take Leo and just shake him in a positive way, right? This is all love. But I want to take you and just be like, you're growing right now. You know? So looking at what you're dealing with here, we got the Nine of Swords reverse, which is good. It's like you're not too worried about it, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like you're down on yourself, but you're not feeling too bad about it because maybe you're kind of used to that. And I don't want that to be something you're used to, right? It's almost like this energy, Leo. Take this if this resonates, guys. But it's like you're down on yourself, but it doesn't hurt as bad because you're used to being down on yourself because maybe you're used to not having the growth you want. And I think if you were to flip your perception and start actually looking at how far you've come, you would see a massive difference and feel very different about yourself. If you looked back 5 years ago to where you are today, is there growth? More than fucking likely, there's tons. You know what I mean? If you see where you were 5 years ago to where you are right now, you have grown so much. So you need to give yourself more credit. You know what I'm saying? Stop discrediting yourself. Looking at the outcome here, Four of Wands reverse. It's like, yeah, you know, just not succeeding, just not thriving, you know? But you are. You are. You are succeeding and you are thriving. And I need you to start seeing that, guys, because we all can be very blind to our growth. Even me. I could be very blind to my growth too. Okay? I'm blind to my growth a lot. And I have to remind myself and yell at myself with love of like, dude, look how far you fucking come. So for any Leo that's watching right now and is feeling this way, I first and foremost break out of the habit of being used to thinking that you're failing or thinking that you're not growing, because you are. Break out of that habitual pattern. You're growing every day. Remember that. Say it if you have to. You are growing every single day. Okay? Number 2, start appreciating your small victories and your small wins. Small wins make big victories. Keep on appreciating that and appreciating your growth little by little as time goes on. Because inevitably, one of these days, you're going to wake up and get a big fucking win. And it's going to be huge. Huge. Okay? It's going to be a huge win. And when that comes in for you, you can look back at all the small victories that you had and realize just how worth it was because it created something wonderful. So Leos, tap out of that energy, redirect, bring in positive vibes, see your small steps and victories, don't get caught up in pessimism, feed your fucking mind with optimism, know that you can thrive, realize you're already thriving, and keep going forward. Okay? Love you. Don't worry about that, Leo. All right? Don't worry about this energy. Cast it to the side. You're doing okay. All right, you're doing just fine. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our beautiful fire signs for today's daily reading. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and especially Leo. Thank you for tuning in as well. Really appreciate you. So all the fire signs are done. Hopping on into the earth sign. Let's have a look here at is it Capricorn or is it Virgo? Or is it Taurus? Because I totally forgot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think it's Capricorn if I'm not mistaken. Let me scroll up and see. We did Virgo. We did Taurus. Yes, it is Capricorn. Cool. All right. Amy Nice said, what time is Moon Chat? Don't want to miss it. Moon Chat. Okay, so Moon Talk was already uploaded for today. I uploaded it, I think, 12:15 p.m. I think Eastern Standard. So it's posted on the channel already. So if you want to watch it, definitely feel free to. Appreciate it. But yeah, Moon Talk, guys, for those of you that don't know, that episode was uploaded today, episode 3. It was uploaded about 3 hours-ish ago. So feel free to check it out, okay? I also want to mention too, because I don't think I've ever really talked about this with you guys. YouTube did make a change to how like a person's channel looks now. So everything's kind of in a category. It's like there's videos. So if a video was pre-recorded and uploaded, it would be in the video tab, and then there's a live stream tab. So like if you ever want to search for my daily readings, but you're like, I don't see them, they're going to be under live. And then if you are like, where's a monthly video or a Moon Talk video, it's going to be under video. You know, YouTube used to have it all in one. Like it didn't matter if it was a live stream. It didn't matter if it was a short or if it was a pre-recorded video. Everything was kind of all in order, which I preferred. I think a lot of people preferred it, but it's been in this new category format for a while. It makes sense, right? It makes sense to put like every categorized kind of video in its own little place, but it did make it a lot harder for people to kind of get adjusted, you know, and figure out where everything is. So if anybody's been confused about that, not sure if anybody has, but just wanted to point it out. If anybody's been confused about anything like that, that's how YouTube is doing it now. Okay, but yeah, I did want to let you guys know though. Yes, Moon Talk is out right now if you guys want to give it a check out. Okay, all right, everybody. So, Kathleen, what happened to Virgo mid-month reading? So mid-months, I just did them today. Actually, all the Earth signs are done. I just finished them today. If they are not uploaded tomorrow on Saturday, they'll probably be uploaded on Sunday. So bear with me. The Earth sign mid-monthlies will be out. Okay, all right, guys. So we finished up our fire. All right. We did our water going into the earth. Let's have a look here at Capricorn. Let's see what's popping here for the Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for your weekend, baby? All right, Team Capricorn. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well for the Capricorn. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we do have here the Lovers in the reverse position. You could be dealing with a Gemini for some of you. Having a look here at your current energy, Magician in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the Strength card, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Two of Wands in the reverse position. So let's see what's going on here for you guys at this time. Capricorn, Lovers reversed here, Magician reversed. I do kind of get the sense here you're not showing up for something anymore because something just doesn't seem very connected to you at this time, or you don't feel very connected to something in return. Looking at what you're dealing with, the Strength card. Strength card is the energy of pulling back, so I do feel Capricorn little by little you have been pulling back from somebody. And looking at the outcome here, Two of Wands reversed, I kind of get the sense that this weekend, that's when you're going to actually pull back entirely. So you are getting in the phase where you're preparing to like fully let go of someone or fully withdraw yourself from a person. Even if it's taken a little bit of time, it does look to me like that's what you're preparing for here overall. So Lovers reversed is just the energy of overall detachment. You know, when you're in the energy of Lovers in reverse, you're not feeling connected to someone. You're not feeling like there's much there. So the connection doesn't seem to be present. And it's hard to stay connected to somebody when you just don't feel the vibes anymore, when things feel awkward, off, or weird. So Magician reversed, you're showing up less and less, you know? Showing up less and less for sure. And if it's not about a person, it could be about a passion, it could be about a hobby, right? Maybe you just don't like sewing anymore. It's boring. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm done. You know, that might be the vibe here for some Capricorns. It's like, I have sewed for 15 years. I have lost my passion to do it, so I'm not doing it anymore. You know, it could be as easy as that. But whatever your case may be here, I do see that you're kind of getting ready here to get in that space of fully detaching, because It's been a very slow but steady detachment process, but now it's like the big detachment, like the final detachment here overall. You know, it's happened little by little for so long now. This time it's final. Okay, so take that if it resonates, of course. Leave it if it doesn't. If you're like, I'm not detaching from nobody, or everything in my life is perfect right now, not your story, no worries. But if you are resonating with this, yeah, it could be a person, place, thing, it could be anything, but it does look like the final detachment here is what's coming in for you moving into your next 72 hours, okay? All right, though, Capricorn, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless. You know, it could also be something that naturally unfolded to Capricorn, which is something I want to mention as well, because I've been in scenarios in my life where I've kind of just like over time naturally stopped talking to certain people. And then like one day we just stop talking forever. You know, like it happens in life where you grow more and more distant from somebody. You both don't really talk about it, but you acknowledge it individually. And then inevitably that communication completely stops and that person exits your life. You exit theirs. And it's like, it's okay. You know, it's just a natural process. It could have happened and unfolded very naturally like that. And, you know, sometimes that's how it is. You know, I've had a few friends like that, or a few friendships that's happened like that scenario that we discussed where, you know, we kind of just stopped talking and went our own ways. I don't wish them ill will. I wish them well. I'm sure they wish me well. And it's all right. It just wasn't something that was forever. You know, you outgrow people for sure. Like Julia said, yeah, you outgrow certain people for sure. And it's just a very natural and healthy part of life. And the thing is too, is like, you're going to outgrow a lot of things in your life too, guys. You really are. You know, you're going to outgrow a lot of people. You're going to outgrow a lot of habits. You're going to outgrow a lot of ways of thinking. You know, we're always going to adapt and change to what our new circumstance is going to become. So growth is a part of life. And it's not always something that I guess needs to be looked at in a negative perception, because in the end, every time you outgrow something, you align with something new. You know? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up the Capricorn. So all the earth is done, the water's done, the fire's done. Last but not least, baby, let's have a look here at Aquarius, and we'll see what's popping with you. Okay, so what do we got going on here for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? What's going on, everybody? Messages here for Team Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Messages here for Team Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Aqua, let's go ahead and get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on with your weekend, baby. Hopefully all is well. Starting out here with the overall energy, we do have here the Five of Pentacles. Taking a look here at your current energy, we got here the Magician in reverse. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, the Moon in the upright, and looking at the outcome for you, we got here the Page of Pentacles in the upright position. So Aquarius, your weekend here definitely seems like you are kind of to yourself or keeping to yourself. You're moving pretty low key. Five of Pentacles reversed could be the energy of feeling left out in the cold. Magician reversed, you're not really trying though to work your way back into a situation either though. You know what it looks like, Aqua? I think somebody here definitely made you feel like you weren't included in a situation, and granted that hurt, you recognize that you wouldn't want to go be around those types of people. You know, I've been casted out a lot in my fucking life, okay? I might not seem like a fucking outcast, but I was a really big fucking outcast when I was younger, and a lot of people kind of just fucking discarded me like I was fucking garbage, you know? And that used to hurt the crap out of me. It sucked, okay? And what ended up happening is I wanted, like, to have their validation, to have their love, and to be accepted instead of rejected. So I would try to like work my way back and like gain this fucking validation from these people who casted me out. And now I'm in that energy where I'm like, you cast me out, fucking you're a loss. Will it hurt a little? Maybe. Depends who the person is. But it's like, it's your loss. You know? You're never going to get another me. So if you don't resonate with me, okay, cool, bye. You know what I mean? So Aquarius, I feel like as painful as it might be here, if somebody casted you out, looking at the outcome, Page of Pentacles, it's like, I'm going to do me instead. I'm going to get my energy popping, pushing, and moving forward. I'm going to make different investments in different people. Why would I want to reinvest in the people that casted me out? Because they already showed me they don't care. And if they don't care about me, then at the end of the day, I'm not going to do what I can in my power to try to convince them to care. I want that shit to be organic. So I'm on to the next thing. I'm on to the next group of people. I'm on to taking care of myself and validating myself. But whatever my new opportunity is, or whoever the new people are that I meet, I'll give them a chance and see what happens. You know, I've been there, guys, a lot. I am telling you, been outcasted a lot. It sucked ass until I realized those people sucked ass too, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, hey, yeah, it wasn't for me. You know, they weren't the people for me, and that's okay. You come into alignment with your tribe inevitably, you know, and like all of you guys are my tribe, right? I came into alignment with all of you, 291,000 of you. That's a little crazy. It's a big tribe, but I came into alignment with all of you, and I'm grateful every day. So that's the way I would perceive it here, Aqua. And I think that's how you are perceiving it, to be honest. It doesn't look to me like you're upset. Like, yeah, you're a little emotional, but you're not, you know, in that energy where you're trying to work to gain this person's validation or these people's validation. You're like, fine, you know, I'm going to do my thing. It hurts a little for sure, but I don't need to be accepted by everybody. As long as people love me organically for who I am, that's what really matters at the end of the day. So Aqua, you are the star in the tarot. Yes, indeed you are. Keep on shining bright, okay? Keep on being the star. Keep on shining bright. Keep on being your beautiful, illuminating, sexy self. And you will align with the people that are right for you. God will always have a way of removing who isn't for you and introducing you to who is. So you will find that soul tribe. You will find those people. And the best thing you can do is when people cast you out, just say, their loss. See ya. Take care. Wish you well. I'm going to go do me. And in that process of doing you, that's where you're going to be found. Okay? All right, Aquarius. I love you guys. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, okay? Thank you, Aquarius, for tuning in. Take it if it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't. But guys, with that all being said, thank you all so much for coming out here for the weekend reading. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed your weekend read here with me today. It was definitely a fun, relaxing, and chill time. Hope you enjoyed the time that was spent here, okay? I do want to mention right now, everybody, for the 211 peeps in the chat, if you could drop a like, that'd be sweet. Thank you all for coming out. It means the world to me, okay? For everybody who sent in donations today, guys, thank you for those donations. They help out a lot more than you know. I really appreciate your generosity and your kindness. I did want to mention to everybody, I forgot about Scorpio. Oh my God, no way. Sorry, it ain't done yet, everybody. No way. That's the first time I actually ever forgot a sign. I can't believe it. Oh, no way. Wow. Mercury retrograde going crazy. No way. I can't believe it. And you know what happens to me, guys, all the time? People always tell me, you forgot my sign. And I'm like, no, I always do all 12. Here's the first time I genuinely forget one. Pissed. All right, let's hop on into it, Scorpio. We're going to hop on into your read and we'll see what's up. Scorpios are going to be very offended. Please don't come for me. I love you guys. I retrograded on them for sure. That's the first time I've ever forgot a sign. Wow. What the fuck? All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on with you, baby, for your next 24 hours. What's going on here, man? What's going on here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's going to be going on for your weekend, baby? Messages for Team Scorpio here. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. You had a Page of Pentacles come out. There could definitely be somebody here offering something to you. For some Scorpios, I kind of get the vibe for you, though, that there could be somebody here that likes you, so they might ask you out on a date. Page of Pens can be a date, so there might be somebody who's feeling a little snazzy. All right, Scorpio. And they might ask you out. Could definitely be somebody within the workplace, though, too, so take that if it resonates, okay? But what do we got going on here for your next 72 hours? Let's take a look. Overall energy here for you is going to go ahead and be the Five of Pentacles, looking into the current energy of the Devil, what it is you're dealing with. Three of Pence reversed, looking at the outcome. Queen of Swords in the upright position. Okay. Scorpio, Five of Pence here to the Devil. Abstaining from the devil, if you will. That's what it's going to be here. Abstaining from the devil. I definitely get the feeling here that you'd rather be surrounded by yourself than the devil, and I do not blame you, Scorpio. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, Three of Pentacles in the reverse position for the weekend. Yeah, I feel like you're not working on something right now, or you're not wanting to work on a relationship with somebody. You know what it looks like, Scorpio? You're noticing people in your life becoming really toxic, and that's why you're like, I don't want to be a part of this. You know what I mean? You're noticing people in your life becoming pretty toxic, and it's like, I don't want to be a part of this. And I see it happen a lot in a lot of my friends' lives, in my personal life, in other people's lives, where people that you're close to grow closer to another person. Usually when they're at a low time or a low vibe in their life, they'll grow closer to a lower vibing person. Then they vibe low together, and then you're here high vibing and you try to join in, and then you're like, I don't like this friend's vibes because I could see that this friend's changing my friend, and then my friend becomes a completely different version and merges with that person's energy, and then I'm like, I don't want to be in this because I don't like the vibes that are showing up. You know, and I get that, Scorpio. So that's why right now, Three of Pentacles reversed, you're removing yourself from the equation. Looking at the outcome here, Queen of Swords, it's not something you want to be surrounded with at this time. It's not a group of people that you want to be around, because you know that there's that old saying, like, you are your friends are you. So with that being said, for Scorps in the next 24 hours, if you're seeing somebody merging into something different, especially a lower vibrational energy, I don't feel like you're in the time and place where you want to be around them. Because why would you want to eventually have that energy get to you too? Positivity is infectious. So is negativity. It's true. Positivity can be infectious as fuck. I can start laughing. Okay, you know what was funny as fuck? I missed Scorpio's sign, right? So it was hilarious. You guys all started laughing. But at the end of the day, negativity can be infectious too. So with that being said, for everybody, you know that that's an energy you don't want to be surrounded with, Scorpio, so you got to protect your vibe. But you know what sucks in the end? Then you go through a grieving stage because you're grieving somebody you cared about, but how could you be resonating with a version of them you don't even recognize? Right? So what I want you to know in a situation like this is, A, it's not your fault. Remember that people transform and connect and resonate with whoever, and that's their own choice. It's not yours. But for Scorpios going through this, it's going to be a bit of a grieving period. I'm not going to bullshit you, because you're going to miss who somebody used to be when you start seeing them turn into this different person. And as much as that hurts, I think the thing, or more so the real thing to be happy about, is that you didn't get caught or you didn't submit to that kind of energy. You know, you didn't. You didn't get caught or submit to that kind of energy. You stood yourself, you stood your ground, you stood in high vibes. And in the end, what you attract going forward will still be beautiful for you. In the end, what you attract going forward will still be amazing for you. So it will be a grieving period. I won't bullshit you. But at the end of the day, at least going forward, what you will attract at least will be high vibe, because it's not going to be that negative vibration that you chose to walk away from and isolate from. Okay? All right, though, Scorpio. I love you guys. I'm so sorry for forgetting you, okay? That is the first time in my tarot history that it's ever happened. And of course, cut me a break. It's on the first day of Mercury retrograde, okay? People are going to bug me all day in the comment section for this. I can tell already. You guys are going to be up my butt. You're going to let a fire into my butt. I can't. Anyways, thank God I was still here, okay? We got everything done. We're here. Hope you guys enjoyed your daily. Appreciate everybody. You want to know how it's Mercury retrograde? Because I hit 3 different wrong buttons. I can't today, y'all. This is a sign that I need to go to bed. Anyways, Scorpio, thank you for coming in. Now that my day has been ruined, I'm going to go ahead and go into the chat screen now and say goodbye to everybody and go hang out and go get some rest. All right, though, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for coming out to the weekend read. Appreciate the fuck out of you. If you're new here, it's always a fun time here, as you can see. Feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate that. We are definitely pushing towards 300,000 subscribers. So if you're interested, please do subscribe. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. But everybody, I love you so much. Have a great and fantastic weekend. And I'm going to catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Soul family, as you guys are all laughing your asses off. Have a great weekend. I love you guys. And I will see you all in the next one. All right? All right, guys. Take care and peace.